Today we're going to continue in Ephesians chapter 2, looking at the work that God is seeking to do through His church. You know, you need to understand when you look at the church in the Scriptures, the church is a corporate entity. That so many of the pronouns in the epistles, when they're addressing us as the church, are in the plural. They're talking about a many. It's not you, but it's y'all. It's not one, but it's all. So when he begins to speak, he's speaking to the church. He's actually speaking to all believers in these passages. I think sometimes if we're not careful, when we make it all about us, our Christianity becomes very, very, very individualized. And then we begin to say, well, this is what this passage means to me, rather than trying to recognize, Father, what is it that you're trying to say to us, your church? Because we are a corporate entity. We are the called out people of God. We are being addressed by God in the Scriptures, and then we, all of us together, are to go out. Our common denominator is Jesus Christ. We are not like a group of fans of a football team, which all gather together in one color of jersey, but we are gathered together in one name, and that's Jesus Christ. And we've got one mission, and that's to make His name known. And there's only one church, and even though there's lots and lots of denominations, we are still all a part of one church. So he says in Ephesians 2, verse 19, he says this, so then you are no longer strangers and aliens, but you are fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God. You see, you are a part of the household of God. And you need to look for ways to join arms with the rest of those fellow saints so that we together can go out and take this world with the gospel of Jesus Christ. He said we are built on the foundations of the apostles and the prophets. That this is our foundation in the Scriptures here. That it has been laid out for us, and Christ is the head of that foundation. He even says Christ Jesus is the cornerstone, in whom the whole structure being joined together grows into a holy temple in the Lord. In Him we're being built together into the dwelling place of God by the Spirit. We need to be growing together, which is why we need to be encouraging one another and building each other up. That we need to be asking God to reveal to us the giftings that He has given us for this body. And we need to use those gifts to help build up this body so that we will be a strong body, so that we will be an effective body, so that we will be an evangelistic body. Please understand that God has called you out of your individual life and into His corporate church. Begin to ask God to show you how to play the role that He has called you to play, how to use the giftings that He has given you so that you can be a part of this body that is seeking to evangelize the world for Jesus Christ.